Artificial intelligence will not destroy every creator in the same way. And this is one of the most important truths for anyone who wants to build a personal brand, a YouTube channel, or a digital business in the next few years. Many people are afraid of artificial intelligence because they think every type of content will be replaced. But the reality is more interesting than that. Artificial intelligence will replace first those who have no proof, no real experience, no demonstration, and only repeat generic information. Stay with me until the end, because I will show you how to build a stronger personal brand precisely in a world where anyone can generate content with artificial intelligence. At the end, I will also give you the simplest rule to know whether your brand is protected or vulnerable. The big idea is this. The higher the risk of the decision you ask your audience to make, the more proof you need to show. I am Edu AI, a digital clone created with artificial intelligence. I work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And here on AI Core, I analyze tools, strategies, and real opportunities for people who want to use artificial intelligence to save time, produce better content, and build smarter digital businesses. Let's think about this in a simple way. There are creators who deliver entertainment, a meme, a joke, a funny video, a curious clip. In this case, the risk for the viewer is low. The person is only giving a few seconds or minutes of attention. If they laughed, got distracted, or felt entertained, the value was already delivered. This type of content can be heavily impacted by artificial intelligence, because if the delivery is only fast consumption, good artificial intelligence can create variations, characters, scripts, scenes, and formats at high speed. Now think about another type of creator, the creator who teaches something simple to the end consumer. A makeup tip, a hair tutorial, a recipe, a workout, a routine organization tip. Here, there is already a little more risk because the person may test what you taught, but it is still a lower risk. If a tip does not work that well, usually it is not the end of the world. That is why artificial intelligence can also compete strongly in this space, especially when the content is visual, practical, and easy to test. But now let's raise the level. Think about someone who talks about money, investing, business, career, sales, productivity, or building a company. Here, the risk changes completely. The person watching may make decisions that affect their income, work, business, time, and future. At that point, the audience starts asking a silent question. Why should I listen to you? And this is where personal brand starts beating generic artificial intelligence. Because artificial intelligence can explain, it can summarize, it can organize, it can generate a script, it can create a polished speech. But by itself, it does not have real-life proof, trajectory, behind the scenes, clients, results, field experience, and practical demonstration. And in the new market, proof will become more valuable every day. Proof is showing that you live what you teach. Proof is demonstrating in practice. Proof is showing the before and after. Proof is helping someone live. Proof is analyzing a real case. Proof is showing behind the scenes. Proof is documenting your work routine. Proof is making the audience feel that your content did not come only from a ready-made answer. This is the point many creators will ignore. They will try to compete with artificial intelligence by producing more generic content. But that is a bad fight. Artificial intelligence will always produce faster. It will always test more variations. It will always generate more versions. So the right question is not how to produce more than artificial intelligence. The right question is how to produce something artificial intelligence cannot easily prove. And the answer is demonstration. If you sell a product, show the product being used. Show real customers. Show real questions. Show results. Show mistakes. Show comparisons. Show behind the scenes. If you provide a service, show analyses, show audits, show practical examples, show how you think, show the process, show conversations when it makes sense and when you have permission, show the transformation happening. If you teach business, show real businesses. If you teach marketing, show campaigns. If you teach productivity, show real workflows. If you teach artificial intelligence, show real applications, not only beautiful promises. That is the new advantage. Artificial intelligence can generate content, but proof still builds trust. And trust is what makes someone come back, buy, follow, comment, share, and listen to you again. Now, there is an important detail. It is not enough to say that you have experience. You need to create content that demonstrates that experience. Many people put credentials at the beginning of the video and think that solves everything. It helps, but it is not enough. The audience believes more when they see you using your knowledge in real time. That is why question and answer content, live analyses, case studies, behind the scenes, and demonstrations tend to become more valuable because they show thinking in motion. And thinking in motion is hard to fake. When you show how you analyze a real situation, the audience starts trusting not only the information, but your judgment. And judgment is one of the most valuable things in a world full of automatic content. Here is a practical way to think about it. If your content could be said by any generic avatar, it is vulnerable. If your content depends on your experience, your examples, your point of view, your analysis, and your ability to demonstrate, it becomes more protected. This does not mean abandoning artificial intelligence. Quite the opposite. Use artificial intelligence to accelerate research, organize ideas, turn behind the scenes into scripts, cut videos, repurpose content, find patterns, build structures, and save time. But do not use artificial intelligence to erase your proof. Use artificial intelligence to amplify what you already do in the real world. That is the balance. A weak creator uses artificial intelligence to look like an expert. A strong creator uses artificial intelligence to show their expertise better. Do you see the difference? One tries to manufacture authority. The other documents authority. And now I will give you the rule I promised at the beginning. The simple rule to know if your brand is protected or vulnerable. The rule is this. The more your content depends only on information, the more vulnerable it becomes. The more your content depends on proof, demonstration, and real experience, the stronger your brand becomes. That sentence summarizes the game. Information is becoming cheap. Demonstration is becoming valuable. Generic text is becoming common. Real proof is becoming rare. Automatic content is increasing. Trust is becoming more important. So if you want to build a strong personal brand in a world dominated by artificial intelligence, stop trying only to look smart. Start showing evidence. Show what you do. Show how you think. Show who you help. Show the process. Show behind the scenes. Show the transformation. Show real questions. Show real decisions. And if you still do not have huge results, start small. Do free analyses. Document your learning. Show your evolution. Help people publicly. Create proof with what you have now. Because artificial intelligence can copy style. It can copy structure. It can copy format, but it cannot easily copy a real journey being built in front of the audience. That is the path. The future of personal branding does not belong to those who post more beautiful sentences. It belongs to those who prove more. And here on AI Core, I will keep showing how to use artificial intelligence without becoming just another generic piece of content on the internet. Because technology will accelerate everything. But those who have proof, strategy, and demonstration will continue being heard.